Hey there, I'm Chris Ponick, Certified Public Accountant, Certified Coach, and the host of the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast. And I want to welcome you to this new series that I'm doing on this podcast. My intention is to drop one of these additional episodes every Monday while I continue to provide you with the regular Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast episodes, which will continue to help you take control of and understand your business finances with topics that ultimately impact your bottom line. I have many business owners, accountants, and other high-stress professionals who listen to this podcast, and I want to get more help out there for individuals like you when it comes to mastering your mindset. I'll be taking a few moments each week to touch on topics that many high-stress professionals are dealing with and provide solutions to help you increase your overall well-being. Because I know your time is valuable, just like the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, my goal is to keep these episodes short and straight to the point, but full of useful information to help you succeed in not only your professional life, but your personal life as well. Do you ever feel guilty for resting? Like if you're not constantly working, you're somehow falling behind or being lazy. If you're in a high-stress profession, I know how easy it is to push yourself to keep going even when your body and your mind are begging for a break. But I want you to know that rest isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. And yet, so many of my clients tell me that they don't take breaks because they don't want to be seen as being lazy. They equate resting with slacking off. But is that really true? Today we're going to break down the difference between being lazy and intentional rest. I'll show you how to schedule rest into your life in a way that's actually more productive, not less. Let's dive in. Do you think that if you take a break, you're being lazy or you're truly just taking the rest that you need? So many high achievers struggle with the fear of being called lazy. They push themselves to exhaustion, thinking that if they just work harder, that they'll be more successful. But let's take a step back once. What does laziness actually mean? Laziness is defined as an unwillingness to work or use energy. But resting is a necessary recovery process that allows you to function at your best. Do you see the difference here? If you've been working hard, producing results, and staying committed to your goals, taking time to rest isn't laziness. It's a smart thing to do. It's what allows you to keep performing at a high level. So let's talk about a thought that might be holding you back. A thought that might be sabotaging your ability to be able to rest. Does the thought, "I don't feel like doing this," sound familiar to you? I want you to know that just because you don't feel like doing something, it doesn't mean that you're lazy. It's completely normal to have resistance on certain tasks. Think about taking out the garbage. Nobody wants to do it. You might think, I don't feel like taking out the garbage. But that thought alone doesn't make you lazy. In fact, I'm guessing that even when you don't feel like taking out the garbage, you do it anyway. The same applies to your work. And I want you to know you don't have to feel like doing something to get it done. And when you do get it done, you've earned your rest. I want to make sure that you're aware of a few things, though. If you find that you're resting before you've produced any results, this is procrastination. If you rest after you've accomplished what you set out to do, this is rest and self-care. So why do so many high achievers or high-stress professionals struggle to rest? If you'd like to continue listening to the rest of this podcast, I invite you to sign up for my free private podcast, where I do a deeper dive into this topic on the Mastering Your Mindset Moments podcast for high-stress professionals. When you're busy working in a high-stress profession, it's often hard to accomplish what you truly want in your life. This private podcast offers solutions that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can not only achieve your goals, but increase your sense of purpose, satisfaction, and lead a more fulfilling and enjoyable life. You can sign up at financialadventure.com/private to hear about the solutions that I provide on this topic. I'll post links to this and other valuable resources for business owners, accountants, and other high-stress professionals where you're listening to this podcast.